We've seen the price of silver and gold rise in 2023 so far, and we can point to a number of factors causing it. We've also seen the demand for both metals absolutely surge in the last couple of months. So, which is the better metal right now, silver or gold? I'll make a case for both, so stay tuned. YouTube, how you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And as always, I hope everyone's doing well, and I'd like to thank you for being here today to check out the new video. The support you've given to the channel has been insane, and it's appreciated more than you know. Big welcome to all the new subscribers who came on board from the last video. Welcome to the insanity. But look, all that leads up to my next line, and you guys who have been here already know what that is. Best damn community on YouTube. You guys are awesome. So today, we're going to talk a little bit about how the price rise in precious metals has brought on more stackers, and how that increase has also brought on more scams, and the pros and cons of gold and silver in 2023. No slideshow in this vid, just real talk. That being said, let's go ahead and roll it. All right, starting off, if I sound a little bit echoey, it's because I'm working out of the workshop today. So I'm in the garage. If you hear a little bit of a weird sound, echo, that's because I'm in here. But look, we've all seen gold and silver go up. Gold just recently touched an amazing 2,070 an ounce. Not bad. And silver's been hovering between the $25 and $26 range all year. So which is better at this moment? It really does boil down to preference, but here are a few things to keep in mind for both. Now, with everything going on in the world right now, and thinking ahead to the future with geopolitical and bank issues, analysts are actually expecting gold to perform exceptionally well, with the potential to reach new highs in the next few years. But gold has plenty of naysayers in the mix as well, and they're convinced gold is heading south. Now, they believe there's absolutely no fundamental reason, none, why it should be at 2,000 an ounce. Really, seriously. They're saying it has no reality-based relationship to anything, kind of like a Bitcoin, since it isn't an industrial metal and doesn't back any currency. Now, they're also saying there's just no way to logically peg gold to anything. But I say there's a time for everything, and metals are an insurance, not an investment or speculation. Now, the anti-goldsters, we'll call them that, they also ask how gold is good as an insurance policy, because they just can't see how it would be liquid in a crisis. Well, I counter that it's precisely at that time of an economic crisis when some people would look to gold and silver to preserve what they have before their currency plummets in value. Again, we need to see past the present and look to the future for how precious metals will be vital in helping us get through some tough times. Now for silver, we all know you're looking for the lowest premium possible if you're stacking for weight, and you can stack generics if that's the route you choose, or you can do what many of us do, and that's have a healthy mix of generics, bullion, rounds, bars, whatever. For bars, most will do you well, but it doesn't hurt to have more government-backed bars in the mix, like the Britannias, which is backed by the Royal Mint. Or you could go with the Royal Canadian Mint bars as well, along with a few others that have the backing from the major mints. And I don't know about you guys, but I say it's high time the U.S. Mint steps it up and comes out with a damn silver bar. Come on, guys. That's another video for another day. But look, silver spot price has a lot of precedent to go higher and also lower. We've all heard about silver's amazing industrial demand, but we have absolutely zero clue as to when silver will actually show that potential, in dollars anyway. Now, famous last words, show me the money, right? It is what it is. Now, one clue as to the potential of silver's rise, well, they're estimating that only 18% of silver mines out there are actually dedicated to digging up just silver and silver only. The rest of the silver supply comes from, it comes out as a byproduct, basically, from gold, copper, and zinc mines. In other words, when these mines are digging for those metals, any silver supply that comes up, that's added to the supply chain when the mine eventually sells its product. Now, it can also be said that there's a slight silver deficit or shortage due to the aforementioned stats, but That's been debatable since the Flintstones were running in syndication. And just as an FYI, that show started in 1960, well before my time, I might add. I'm not dating myself tonight. But look, another downside to silver. We all know its strength lies in its myriad industrial uses. We get that. We know this. But in times of recession, industrial companies tend to ease down on production, which in turn can affect silver's usage and value. And in turn, industrial demand can also keep the silver price depressed. So it's really a matter of timing with silver, to be honest. The manipulation is and always has been real. But it's not all bad for silver lovers. We love our metal. In late 2022, let's look at that. It was running at what, 18 and change an ounce? Well, it's up to $25 an ounce with a gain of about what, 35-40% top of my head in less than 8 months. Now, can stocks and crypto make that same claim? In most cases, no. The potential's there. The potential is there if you're patient enough and you play the game. Now, the problem is our parents played the game. Their parents played the game. And their parents played the game. If anything, silver's proven time after time that's a slow burn, it's a long play, and it's based on opportunity. So is there a clear winner here? I don't know. Both silver and gold are basically set up for bullish trends when you look at it, and they have their own unique risk. Emerging trends are also going to dictate where the value goes for both of them. But honestly, either metal could just explode in a serious crisis or financial disaster. I mean, it's just the reality of it. It really does boil down to assessing your own risk tolerance and strategy. But if we look back in history, if we take a look back, we can see that typically, emphasis on typically, gold usually gets pulled down with everything else during a recession. But it will be one of the first things to bounce back and increase in value throughout the recession. So you have to keep that in mind. Silver, on the other hand, it just doesn't have that same track record, and it rarely increases in value during market sell-offs. Now, that's not a complete hit against silver because, let's face it, silver's more likely to double before gold, and that's going to be more bang for your buck if it happens. Big if. All right, we're going to start closing this video out, but let's talk about scams really quickly. With the onslaught of people rushing to buy up precious metals, we all saw our LCSs struggling to give us stuff. But some folks out there see this time for what it is, an opportunity to screw people over. Now, we're seeing ads all over Facebook for buy 2 Eagles, get 1 free, Eagles for $19.99, and hell, one of the worst predators out there, the Bradford Mint, with their get your first Eagle for $19.99, and we'll ship you an Eagle a month. Now, what they don't tell you straight up is in the fine print. The rest of those issues are going to cost you big time, somewhere in the range of close to $100 for a single Eagle on their cheap Bradford slabs. Read the fine print, folks. When it comes to precious metals, if it's too good to be true, you know the rest of that story.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
All right, there you have it. Lots of points for and against stacking silver and gold and their potential for performance in good times and bad. But look, folks, in the end, only you can decide how and what you'll stack. Because most of us have budgets we stick to, and we know what we can afford, right? We just have to look at everything around us and make the educated decisions after doing our own due diligence. It's just vital. It's vital that we don't run into this stuff blindly. You got to do your diligence. Anyway, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. I do love to read them all, and I try to respond to each one when I can. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack from the garage. And if you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode, but we got a mad, angry guy with a message.
What do you want to do with your life?
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I am out of here. Peace, folks.